Energy reading for January of 2026. Yeah, make sure y'all give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoy the content. I will have a donations link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the current energy for today. Current energy and messages for today. Alright, so Nine of Pentacles reverse at the bottom. The Star reverse. Aquarius energy, Queen of Wands reverse. Chariot reverse. Cancer energy. Aquarius energy with the Fool, Ten of Swords reverse. Page of Wands. Six of Wands reverse. Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups reverse. Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups. The Empress reverse. Seven of Swords reverse. And Ten of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so for the current energy for today is someone being in extreme amount of despair is exposing something that they have been getting away with the Seven of Swords reverse. This is giving me the vibes of like a blessing in disguise type of energy. Because they know that they've been doing something wrong for a long time. This individual wasn't able to be honest or to come right out and mention what was being done to you or with a situation. There's no other option to escape these type of to escape this type of deception. There's no other way out of it. That's basically what the reading's about. There's no way out of this deception. This individual can feel like they got trouble coming their way with the Six of Swords reverse. More than likely it is. And anybody else that's connected to this, whatever has been done within the public setting with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Somebody don't feel like a true leader with the Six of Wands reverse energy. So someone don't feel like a true leader or feel inspired by what they done. But that right there could be a confirmation for them. In order to get out of something with the Five of Pentacles energy. This was a situation meant to bring all blah. This was a situation meant to bring this individual's trauma up to the surface. To prove to them that this ain't really the right job for them. Even when they was doing things the right way, this still wasn't the right job for them, because this right here is nothing but traumatizing. With the Five of Pentacles. This wasn't the right job for somebody even before all this toxicity manifested. Because this individual could have been working here for years. There's something very significant about years. They've been working there for a long time, years. Over 17 years. A long time. 15 to 17 years, 16 years. It's been a long time that this individual's been working somewheres. But the thing of it is, when they first signed up for this position, this wasn't really the position for them. They're supposed to be a leader in another aspect of their life and healing their trauma and being some type of advocate. That's what their purpose is. So this individual has another purpose at being a healer, but first having to heal from the trauma in order to inspire others. Bro, their purpose was a long time ago with the star reverse. This was over 17 years ago. This person had a purpose at healing. And this position right here wasn't the right job for him. Even though things was being done the right way at one time. And they could have been one hell of a leader at that. But at the same time, even when that was taking place, their soul wasn't healed. There was something that was masqueraded deep within their soul area. And being in this position this long has brought all that to the surface. So there's definitely something that is surfacing about this individual's job. I'm hearing this wasn't the right job for this person. Even whenever they was in this energy right here, this is not the right job for them. It's not good for their family either. If this is a mom or a father figure, this is not good for their household. Because this is bringing a lot of negativity to their household from their place of work. With the Ten of Pentacles reverse. They may not be showing signs of that in front of these individuals. But they could be on edge to where they're known to be agitated, irritated. They're aggravated a lot and irritated. They could be very cold towards a family with the Five of Pentacles. So this job has not only affected this individual's family or home environment, this affected this individual on a soul level, a spiritual level. And that's what was brought to this home. This ain't the right place of work for this person to start with. This individual should have been paying attention to the signs over 17 years ago. That's how long ago this is. 17 to 16 years ago. Something should have been acknowledged that, hey, this ain't really the right thing for them. They could have been partners with somebody around that time that they was working with. This individual was manipulated spiritually on a spiritual level in order to join that position. That's what I'm getting out of these energies. This could have been around the year 1996, 1995, 1996. Around that time frame. They need to go all the way back if they can remember that far back. This is how long ago this is. This wasn't the right job for them even then. This is saying everything I need to know with the star reversed for the first card of the reading. Then you have an energy in reverse right here with this in reverse, this in the upright. Then you have this in reverse. This ain't the right job for 'em. Things ain't what it seems on the surface level either. If this person would have chose a different path way back then, around the mid 1990s, they would have been a healed person. They would have been a sweetheart. They would have gotten a whole. They would have gotten a long ways in their life with the Fool card. They possibly would have been single too. They would have still been single because of them being able to see through people's facades. Because they wouldn't have had a facade. They would have evolved out of this superficiality type of mindset. They would have been on a complete different journey. They would have been somewhere to where they would have been happy. They wouldn't have cared about money. As long as they have a roof over their head and their family's happy, that's all that would matter. I mean, this could be the energy that they may be in now, that this right here really don't matter. So they could be finally reaching a breaking point within their decision making as to say that this really don't matter. Having all kind of fancy cars or a fancy home, but yet there's no love within the household. There's no love and vibrations. Money really don't matter to this person anymore, what it looks like. They much rather their family over all this right here. They don't feel good at all. Maybe this is something that is not hidden within them. Maybe they could be telling their family. They could be talking to some of their family with a Page of Wands energy. They could be talking to their sons and daughters and asking what they feel about the situation. They could be asking them their opinions. What could they do to make them happy? Okay, so this individual may be agreeing to hear out their family's opinions on the situation, and they could be telling them things that may be making them feel really bad. They could be telling them that they have noticed that they are always distant and mean to them. They feel abandoned with the Five of Pentacles. They could be in the same house, but at the same time, these individuals feel abandoned. And this really starting to affect this person. I'm going to tell you what that is, because that's their soul. Something's harming this individual's soul. Something's hurting their soul, their spirit. So therefore, it's going to create this abandonment within the soul area and create a void within this individual. Therefore, this is projected outwards towards other people in their surroundings. And this has a lot to do with this individual's job, believe it or not. This is where all this negativity stemmed back from. Something very significant about the mid-1990s. Yep. And 10 and 10 will be 20, right? So this could be 2000. This could be 2001. You have 2005, 2006. So this has been going on for a long time at how this individual has had all this bottled up within them. And their biggest obstacle throughout this journey that they have been on is their job. Because it's not the right one for them. They could have had a job at being an entrepreneur, at being an advocate. A narcissist advocate. A narcissist or a trauma advocate. They could have been sitting at home right now to this day, stacked up on millions amount of money, just by doing what they love to do while being at home. While coaching other people online. Being an at-home coach. A trauma coach. They wouldn't have to worry about waking up early hours of the morning and going somewhere where they really don't want to go. Or being concerned about any type of currency. Because it'd be flowing in naturally without little to no effort. Because of what they would naturally be drawn to doing. That they would love with a passion. Because while they're teaching other people, that's going to begin to be healing them at the same time. This individual could have had over 600,000 subscribers and followers. If they was to be in that energy back then, they would have accumulated over time of 600,000 subscribers. And that's almost damn near to 1 million, bro. If they would have took this journey way back then, around the mid 1990s or the early 2000s. Maybe they could be coming clean and being honest with themselves that this is really not the right job for them. This individual could have dealt with a lack of care from their mom with the Empress reverse. Or they could be dealing with motherly issues to where they don't feel like a good mama. It's this job that this person is at. It's also a society where this person is at too. Because this does not resonate with who this individual really is on an internal level. This person has a difference about them, and it seemed like to me that the darkness was calling them way back then, and they thought that this was the light, but it wasn't. Look at how these pinnacles look like the horns right there. If this individual would have had a level of discernment back then, they could have. They could have, even though they could have had wounds on a spiritual level. They could have felt an intuitive feeling. Because I'm getting this person is intuitive. They know when things are out of alignment, when something ain't right, but they ignore that. They let their ego overpower that side. They do have intuition. Not just because they may be a mom, but they do have an intuition. Everybody has an intuition, but this person right here has a strong intuition. They know when something isn't right. But their ego seems to want to overpower that. And a long time ago with this Ten of Pentacles reverse, this could have been, their intuition could have been tugging at them to let them know about a person that they could have once been in a marriage with. Because the Ten of Pentacles reverse is a marriage. So this may not be pertaining to someone of the collective. That may be a spiritual person. This may be pertaining to someone that feels like an outsider. But it's like they want They want the situation flipped to where you feel like an outsider, but yet this right here could be reversed and it kind of backfiring on them. Because if they would have been on a complete different journey back in the day, then they would have been part of the spiritual community. Is what I'm getting. They would have been a trauma bond coach to coach people through trauma. And they would have had a very, very, very strong spiritual awakening. That would have put a lot of light on them. They would have felt complete within. They wouldn't even been married. They wouldn't even got married way back then. They would have been single, possibly still to this day. They would not care about admiration, superficial attention. They wouldn't even go out, go drinking, go to ballrooms or clubbing. They wouldn't be doing none of that. They would be spending time in nature, doing things that make them really happy. Or if they was married, they could have, if they was healed, they would have gotten out of this marriage and agreed to be a single parent, but still be there for their family. But there's something very significant about this individual being at a job that is really not healthy for them. Other people may not be able to discern that. This person could take this situation and end up becoming the biggest leader of all time while exposing this trauma and letting people know how they really feel about this job, what this job has done to them. There was something that was hurting this person at this job. And the people at this job wasn't really supportive of them either. They was only drawn to them by their surface level qualities, which therefore is not going to bring any substance, no legitimate substance to this individual's soul level. All these compliments that is given to this person is hollow. They have no meaning beyond it. Working in this environment around these individuals has really taken a toll on this person's mental health, has drained them of their energy, has put them in a really bad mood. So they may show up to their job aggravated the majority of the time. Some will do it their door being closed. They like to stay in their office. They like to stay confined and like hidden from everybody. So they're normally seen as an aggravated person, like somebody that's always aggravated and irritated. This person could be clinging on to the belief that this right here is the only security that they know, but this is a false sense of security, bro. It's a faulty foundation energy. This is not the right security. This security is the opposite of security. It's harming them and it's harm. Look like me, it could be affecting their family. Or their family could be supportive to them towards this time. At this time. They have family around them that could be very supportive of them. I don't know if their family could be telling them that, hey, they don't, they don't agree that they should work there anymore. Me personally, I'm going to tell it like it is. This person should not be at this job anymore. With the Five of Pentacles energy. They have something way better, much more better for them out there. I'm going to tell you what it's pertaining to. Some type of trauma bond coach. A narcissist advocate. Or a spiritual path that this person has. That right there is going to bring in a lot more stability, currency, and it's going to make them feel free from the problems that are relentlessly created by this type of environment that don't resonate with them. Because in reality, like, this person could be, people could be talking trash about this individual, while others are talking trash about somebody else. They're also talking trash about this person. This job is only in it for themselves, really. And they like to pull people in that has been traumatized in order to use them to their advantage, in order to make something appear to look good all over social media with the Six of Wands reverse, without addressing issues publicly. It sounds like to me this individual is having a reality check. There's something about a reality check that this person may be going through. And this is causing them to withdraw from this job with the Five of Pentacles. They may have a fear of people hating on them or talking shit about them if they was to quit. But that right there is just a fear, because reputation is a reputation. This individual can instantly switch that around, because this ain't really who they are to start with, while operating in this energy at this job. That's that trauma speaking for them. That's that dark spiritual void speaking for them. That's trying to control them. Therefore, it's going to be projected through their physical vessel as them wanting to control others. So this person could be discovering the fact that this is not really the right job for them. This is not the right community setting either with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. There's something wrong within a public setting. There's a whole public setting, bro, that ain't looking too good right now. With the Star reverse. I'm also getting that this could end up on the news. Whatever has been done to somebody can end up on the news with the Star reverse, Six of Wands reverse. Everything that was done to harm a person, when it comes to some type of business being ran with the Ten of Pentacles reverse, this could end up on the news in a very negative way. Because there's some money laundering here with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Exploitation. Trafficking. Scheming. Scamming. Dishonest earnings. There's a lot of people getting caught with something. If this person would have chose a different path, then they wouldn't even be in this energy right now. And this could have been chosen from the mid 1990s to the early 2000s. They should have chose a different path. Their intuition was screaming at them way back then. That was a warning to them. Give me a closing message. The star reverses give me the vibes of like a warning. Closing message is the Nine of Wands reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, Page of Pentacles reverse, the Strength card, Leo energy, Page of Cups, Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords reverse, the Star. So now the Star is in the upright position. Aquarius, King of Cups reverse, Six of Cups reverse, Ten of Wands reverse, King of Wands, Five of Wands reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles reverse. With the Empress at the bottom. So the closing message is someone possibly wants to apologize to somebody from for scamming them with the Eight of Pentacles reverse. It's like there's an innocent person on this side that has been a victim of a bunch of con artists. And trying to hold, like trying to force some type of false narrative upon this person that they're not, with somebody that this individual has been continuously working with and was around. That has been lying on this person. This person hasn't really been doing their duties the right way with carrying something out. But making sure somebody is not held accountable that was doing this to this innocent person that was a victim of a scam with the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So this person on this side over here, this King of Cups or Queen of Cups reverse energy, hasn't been behind attacking people. They're actually somebody that could be trusted. But yet somebody kept on doing something to them and forcing who somebody else is upon this person while trying to swap energies or swap roles and swap some type of reputation. But this person that this individual, this feminine has been around is a troublemaker. This individual also swings that way with the Knight of Cups energy in reverse. This person that they have been around are very paranoid, a disgusting person that actually likes to be a nasty person. They feel like they're invincible. They're invisible. They feel like nothing is going to stop them from being this person. With harming underage people, with the Page of Pentacles reverse. But that can slowly start to begin to shift with this Two of Swords reverse as this individual being seen for who they are. That's what I'm getting here. So someone tried to force a false narrative on somebody else while trying to shift somebody else's energy on somebody else, but publicly. But it's secret. People are going to find out that this person has been around a nasty-ass person that they may be in a connection with. There's a lot of one-night stand energy there, too, with the Knight of Cups reverse. One-night stand energy. This individual is the main reason why this person cannot heal. They may be feeling disgusted about this person, about being around this person. but yet having second thoughts about somebody else that was a victim of a scam and don't want to no longer attack them with the Five of Wands reverse. So this person on this side is cold. Not really showing any emotion towards the situation. Like, they're mainly detached. This person really don't care. Whoever this King of Cups energy is, because they know who they are. They're not going to bother going back and forth with people, but they will stand up in regards to something that may be being done to them on a covert level. And they will let it be known publicly about what the fuck is being done to them. But as far as them having any emotion for somebody or somebody else, or having feelings for somebody, their energy is in reverse. They're detached. Could also be a Queen of Cups reverse energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Aquarius, Leo. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Heavy on the Leo, Aquarius energy on this side too. They could be feeling need to want to apologize to somebody. Someone on this end is passionate about being this nasty ass person, but yet somebody else is not being seen as none of that. They could be seen to be detached. This is giving me the vibes of too much detachment with the King of Cups, a Queen of Cups reverse energy. They have a detachment to them to where they don't even, or they're not even seen to be engaging with relationships. Someone may also be attracted to this person, but at the same time, they don't give off the energy as if they're interested in anybody. That's that detachment. This person could have Leo Aquarius somewhere in their chart, or heavy Aquarius somewhere in their chart. Someone can have Aquarius rising or Aquarius moon. So as an air sign, so if they have an air sign in their moon, Aquarius moon or something, then yeah, that right there is going to represent the emotional side. And therefore it's going to represent detachment. But they have feelings, but it's not like it's not going to be fake. This person just has no feelings towards the situation. They don't give a fuck about what you got to say about them because they know who they are. And they're gonna stay shining with the star card. And if anybody got a problem with it, then they're just going to have a problem with it. But they ain't going to have some false narrative forced upon them with some bullshit. And if people don't want to be with this person because of rumors and lies and gossip, and somebody trying to do something behind the scenes, project a lot of things on this innocent person, then therefore they're not going to entertain none of these people that want to go along with that. Because they don't have a mind of their own. And on the other side, this person does. So if people want to continuously follow behind a false narrative of somebody that somebody is not, that is not exposed publicly with the star card, something else could be known publicly elsewhere. But as far as this specific public setting, this person's innocence is not seen how it should be. Somebody else's dumbass character and nasty, filthy traits of who they are being concealed while being projected and forced on this innocent person. And people are aware of that. People are aware of it. Whoever this individual may be dating, this could be someone that they may be dating or they may be having hookups with or one-night stands with, that's trying to relentlessly project all of this on this energy over here with the Eight of Pentacles reverse. This individual needs to take a closer look within themselves and look in the mirror at who they are around, at who they're allowing around their children and their family. Because I promise you, this person's going to be seen to be scamming with a Two of Swords reverse. This person can also receive an unexpected surprise knock at their front door with this individual at the same residence that they stay at by the sheriff's department with the star energy here. This is a predator. You understand me? This individual right here that's very passionate about doing shady shit to somebody and having them victimized with a scam could be subjected to a warrant being issued out for their arrest. Or if it's not that, this is either the Secret Service with that star. See how it's got like a star? Or this could be the sheriff's office. This person will be stopped in regards to a Page of Pentacles reverse and Knight of Cups reverse, committing fraud, extortion, and doing things that are extremely nasty and disgusting in order to defamate somebody's character with scandalizing them while trying to hide this person's energy, while trying to project who they are on the innocent person, while concealing this individual's innocence while having their crimes concealed. There's a tyrant that will be arrested, is what it seems like. There's a tyrant that will be having an unexpected, surprisingly shock with the Knight of Pentacles energy. They're watching a tyrant. Somebody is gathering information on a tyrant in regards to the children. You will be brought to justice, you fucking punk. I promise you that. You're not invisible. You're not invincible. You will be stopped. Also for animal cruelty too. You've been seen to be abusing animals. You also being seen to be engaging in forcing individuals underage in order to engage in animal abuse. You will be stopped for that too, punk. Watch. There is a slight possibility that this person could also be picked up for passing a disease that they contracted from inappropriate behavior within an animal with the Knight of Cups reverse. Is this human? Is this person human? This is the same person that has been trying to project this false narrative on this other person over here. Where's the problem at? As a collective, we're going to let these individuals decide where the problem is because it will be exposed. And an innocent person that is detached and withdrawn, that's just out there doing their own thing, minding their own business with the star energy, that's going to be exposed exactly for what it is. That they're not the attacker. They're not attacking these individuals. Something keeps being done in a repetitive cycle with the Ten of Wands reverse. This is repetitive energy that somebody else is trying to carry out upon this person in order to force who they are upon this individual, while trying to conceal their crimes and nasty, filthy energy within this individual's purified energy with the star. Someone also feels ashamed of even being around somebody like this to start with. Or they could be well on their way being ashamed or be ashamed for it. Because this individual is in the presence of a predator. Who they've been engaged in one-night stands or dating, they're dating a predator. That has been victimized as somebody else. Either a King or Queen of Cups reverse is energy. at trying to make them out to be one with a scam. They could be on and off with dating or just having casual hookups with each other with the Knight of Cups reverse. I'm not going to be very specific, y'all. But this is an energy that may be bothering this person with the Nine of Swords. This could be really bothering them. And the main reason why this person feels invincible is because this individual is sitting there covering for this person, making sure that these crimes are concealed, while having someone else's innocence at stake, while threatening their innocence and trying to make them appear as if they're an attacker, but they're not. This could really be bothering this person with the Nine of Swords. This could really be bothering them. There's a tyrant that can end up getting confronted by a sheriff here, what it looks like with the Knight of Pentacles energy. Don't have to be. Because it's quite obvious there's an organization that ain't holding some of these sickos accountable. But there's a certain organization that will hold somebody like that accountable after accumulating information. Obtain enough information in order to stop the situation with the Knight of Pentacles energy. This could also be related to finances. There's some financial fraud that took place with the Knight of Cups reversed. This is fraud, extortion. There's some financial fraud that has taken place. I'm not saying that will happen, but there could be an unexpected knock with the Knight of Pentacles energy as to say that, hey, bro, you need to stand up. I'm here to stand up. Because of all this being accumulated, that's connected to this individual right here. A lot of fraud, scamming, and something in regards to the children here too. It's connected to this person. This person is very paranoid. Nine of Wands reverse. So what's this that's being exposed with the Two of Swords reverse? Secrets. Witchcraft too, with the High Priestess reverse. So there's some type of witchcraft that's being exposed, but there's a lot of secrets being exposed. There's something involving witchcraft being exposed too. Yeah, the Fool reverse. Some reckless activity that was being committed with witchcraft. Witchcraft rituals. Something to do with a vehicular situation. Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer energy. In reverse, there's a female that could be being exposed, or there's a female that could be exposing something. Because she could also be a victim of a situation. This could be an official that may be a Pisces, a Cancer, or an Aquarius lady. This is feminines here. Feminine, feminine, and a feminine. She could be put in a position where she has to come forward and confess to what was being done to somebody. But that right there is going to be able to help her heal. Because she's not on the right path either. Whoever this lady is. Clarify that. The Five of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so this is something that was being committed while at a job. With the Five of Pentacles reverse. So this was something that was being done on their place, in their place of employment. But I'm getting that this may have been outside their place of employment, but yet still being employed to a building with the Five of Pentacles. But it wasn't being done within the building. It's outside the building, but yet connected to this individual's place of work. This could be a vehicle here. Clarify that. The Eight of Wands. So this may have had a lot to do with communication. Something to do with communication. A lot of communication, a lot of messages being sent. Conversations. Something very significant about conversations. Something that was being done rapidly with the Eight of Wands energy. This could be connected to this energy right here. So what's these conversations connected to? Finances. These conversations are also connected to a lot of people within a public setting, or certain people that may not want other people to know about this. There's something that's connected to money. But this is also connected within a public setting. So these messages are connected within a public setting of a few people. Could be up to 10 or more people. But this is only these individuals that know about it. That's that 10 of Pentacles reverse in reality. But yet there's only a few people that know about this. The Emperor reverse. This is connected to authority. Abuse of power and authority. 10 of Swords in order to betray somebody. To initiate an attack. To bring out attacks, constant attacks upon somebody. With abuse of their power and position of authority. With the Emperor reverse. 7 of Pentacles. This was something that they was investing their time into doing. Relentless amount of times. This is relentless amount of attacks. With the 10 of Swords. This is connected to backstabbing, bitching, gossiping, rumors. Being betrayed by nasty rumors. This couldn't be the same individual over here that fell victim to a scam, huh? Because that's exactly what this is connected to. And that's why they're going to come out shining in a different light. This gives me the vibes of exposure. Usually the Sun card would be exposure. But this is another card of light. So this could possibly be exposed. Someone being a victim of a nasty betrayal of a lot of nasty rumors. But the rumors are being made up. That's the thing. How these rumors are being passed around is by somebody relentlessly doing things to fabricate things and to scam. Possibly using this individual's profile picture. Doing things, there's identity theft that's coming out. Once again, this is all connected to someone falling victim to a scam. This is not really who this individual is. And this could possibly be exposed. Or it's on the verge of being exposed. Or there could be a bit of exposure about it now. Or this could be exposed around Aquarius season. So give me one last final closing message with more information in regards to what this is about. The stars coming out again, Aquarius energy. Page of Cups, the Tower reverse, 6 of Cups, Scorpio energy, the 5 of Cups reverse, the 10 of Cups, the High Priestess. Okay, so there's another message coming out here in regards to someone's intuition, or this could be pertaining to a situation that was out of control or very chaotic, pertaining to a psychic. 9 of Swords, 8 of Cups. The Hierophant reverse, corruption within authority figures that was relentlessly targeting a psychic. Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups reverse, the 8 of Wands. There's plenty enough information on those matters. 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles reverse with the Page of Cups at the bottom. So this right here is all about somebody that may have a crush on somebody. Or they may want to apologize for being reckless and stupid with the Fool reverse. Someone's not really too enthused with doing this to a person. Like someone's listening to their intuition to not engage in this reckless activity. They may be deciding to walk away. So someone may be deciding to walk away. They still don't want this individual's innocence exposed, bro. The Tower reverse. They're relentlessly trying to force a false narrative on this person. This is really starting to piss a Queen of Swords energy off. This could also be bothering a Queen of Cups. That could possibly be a mom. Don't have to be. There are some people throughout this situation that has compassion and regards into somebody being done this way. And they don't like this person being done this way. Because this upsets them. This really bothers them on a psychological level. Like I said before, they're relentlessly trying to keep it in the dark about this individual, who this individual really is and what they're not. About the way that they make money with the Ten of Pentacles. But the way this individual makes money, bro, they exercise their gifted nature. That's how they make their currency. And somebody's continuously trying to slow them down with projecting who they really are on this person, bro, and all the fucking getting away of them. So why is there an apology here? Because of illusions? Exactly. Causing nothing but illusion smoke screens about somebody that's not the truth. This don't even make sense about this person. Bro, no matter what they do with this type of misinformation, this individual ain't being seen that way at all. If they're trying to make this individual appears to look like a weirdo with engaging in an activity that they're really not engaging in, this ain't it how they being seen with the Two of Swords energy. It's impossible to see this person as one of these sick-minded people. This is nothing but confusion, lying, illusions, deception. This is why somebody wants to apologize, because this is clarifying that Seven of Cups energy. Smoke screens, illusions. This is not reality. And then you have Two of Swords, which is a confirmation. Nothing but confusion. Five of Pentacles reverse. This is what's being done within the job setting. So this is why somebody wants to apologize to you. Yeah, this is corrupt. With the Hierophant reverse, this is corrupt. Violation of oaths, rules, regulations. This ain't the right type of authority to start with. And this is a certain belief that these individuals are fixated on. And this right here, bro, is extremely toxic. They're trying to carry out some twisted beliefs outside of another institution or some type of building in order to bring this to another building with the Hierophant reverse. There's something that's going to get exposed about what's going on within some type of, like to me, a religious building, or could be connected to some form of secret society information. With the keys here. And there's a checker pattern floor right here, two on both ends. Could either be a religious situation involving church energy, don't have to be. Or it could be connected to some type of secret society information. Because of the checker pattern look to it with the floor. You could barely catch on to, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to be able to catch on to the symbolism. And then they have keys right here. Keys represent When you lock something up or you put a lock on something, that means locked on. Imagine a safe. Having something in a safe and you lock that safe. That right there will represent keeping something concealed. That would be secrecy. Yeah, whatever's going on with some type of beliefs that is trying to be relentlessly forced on somebody that they're not. This right here is gonna get all exposed. Because it's what these individuals believe in doing, that's trying to be projected relentlessly on this person that has a complete different belief. That's not that person. And they're trying to relentlessly force their beliefs and force who they are on this individual. So that right there will make sense about why they're trying to scam. We're trying to have this individual look a certain way, right? It's like these individuals believe that they're innocent, that they're gods. They're innocent, but they're not. They're brainwashers. With the Seven of Cups energy, they're brainwashers. They like to mentally condition people in order to believe bullshit. I'm also getting, they're taking this out on some officials too with the Hierophant reverse. Officials that may not be part of that with the Hierophant reverse. But yet trying to force them to follow behind something. That ain't no lawful order, bro, the Hierophant reverse. That ain't no law, bro. Trying to relentlessly carry something out that don't even pertain to what's supposed to be enforced, then this right here is a serious problem. You think you're going to force that on the high priestess energy? You're going to get caught the fuck up. That's what's going to happen. You set traps for your own self for exposure. That's what they're scared of. With the Tower reverse, that's what they're scared of. Well, get the hell out of the Senator's energy then. Leave him alone. Stop sending your weirdos that work within the institution towards this individual to try to harm them. That's what I tell them. This ain't right, bro. This Hierophant reverse ain't right. And they got plenty of information about that. This could end up being exposed publicly. It may not be from this person right here, but this could end up getting public exposure put to it. Clarify the Hierophant reverse. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Taurus Capricorn energy. Why out of all the cards, bro, this card comes up in the upright position? Look at that. The cross is reversed. Don't you know this represents the Baphomet? I was right about that, what I seen earlier within this pattern right here with the checker pattern floor. Ain't a good look for this right here, bro. This is abuse. This is abuse. Why would that Hierophant card be clarified with the devil upright? Don't you know this is predatory? Clarify that. Page of Pentacles. They got some proof too what it looks like with the Page of Pentacles energy. Somebody got some proof, new discovery or something in regards to some of these people that's in there. Clarify the High Priestess energy. See the difference? Okay, so this High Priestess Pisces energy. So they're trying to relentlessly keep it a secret of how they're defamating this individual's character. But once again, this is also someone that is detached. So why else would there be an apology being given? Because of the emperor? Sounded to me because of somebody taking charge, putting their foot down, and showing authority to the situation. So what is this information that's getting out here with the Eight of Wands energy? About how something don't want to stop being juggled back and forth. Something don't want to stop being juggled back and forth. Causing trouble. Not allowing someone to move on. We're trying to relentlessly force who these individuals are on this person. We're trying to cause them legal issues. What we're doing this to them. With corruption. King of Wands reverse again. Not again. I've just been pulling this card a lot through the last few videos. So this is what's behind that tyrant energy. Tyrants. Bullies. Dictators. Manipulators. Three of Wands. This has gotten to the point to where people have to leave. Something about people leaving. Give me cards of advice. Cards of advice for the collective that may be going through something like this. Magician. The Patient Man reverse. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reverse. Queen of Pentacles reverse. The Star, Four of Wands reverse. Judgment. The Ace of Swords. Look like to me a judgment could be going in some of y'all's favor. Cards of advice is to keep calling this out. Yeah, keep calling this corrupt ass institution out. If some of you have knowledge on secret society activities being carried all upon you, you keep calling that out because this is violating your rights and your freedom. You keep calling that out. They want to keep on fucking with you and trying to sacrifice you. You keep on calling it out, bro. You keep on calling it out. You keep exposing it. You keep calling it out. You keep exposing it. You keep calling it out. You keep exposing it. You keep exposing witchcraft, too. You don't let these individuals sit there and keep doing that shit to you. You keep calling them out. You keep calling them out. You keep calling them out. If you could get a U.S. Supreme Court ruling judge attention, do that. These individuals will not continue to carry this type of belief or type of activities out when it comes to them being an authority figure. No, they're not. No, they're not. Keep exposing that. Keep exposing that. If these individuals are trying to attempt to sacrifice someone or trying to sacrifice your freedom, you keep calling that out. You keep relentlessly calling that out. You keep on exposing the fact that they got officials that are traffickers with the Queen of Pentacles reverse. You keep exposing it. You keep on continuously exposing it. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, you keep on continuously expose. All right, I'm back, y'all. Yeah, you keep on continuously expose. All right, I'm back, y'all. You keep on continuously exposing that. I will not let up one bit, bro. Keep exposing it. Accumulate as much evidence as you can and keep exposing it. If these individuals are doing witchcraft on you, that's an authority figure, you keep on exposing that. Keep on exposing it. This is fallen angel energy too with the temperature verse. Keep exposing them. They want to keep trying to hold this false narrative up on your head and trying to force who they really are upon you. You keep calling it out. You get more intimidating and more intimidating and more intimidating. You overpower these individuals. Don't sit there and take that bullshit. You keep exposing them. You have knowledge on animal cruelty being committed, you keep exposing that. You have knowledge on some of these individuals maybe passing diseases through animals, you keep on exposing it. You ain't no fucking sacrifice to this goddamn, whatever, excuse my language, Lord. I didn't mean to use your name in vain. You ain't no sacrifice to these individuals. You keep standing in your power. You keep on standing in your power. And don't be afraid to take the law in your own hands because you're not surrounded by legitimate authority figures to start with that's been engaging with that. You show them what the real law is about. You ain't got nobody protecting you. You asking for protection and nobody wants to protect you. Look like me, you're going to have to take the law in your own hands because you're not surrounded by legitimate officials to start with the Hierophant reverse. There could be some of them that may be legitimate, but they're going to be from another institution. But not from this one. The ones that's doing that to you, not from that one. Nope. Maybe another one, but not the ones that keep on doing this till you know. Yes, they are practicing witchcraft. Yes, they are practicing and doing ritualistic practices of exploitation, bro. Trafficking. This is what is relentlessly being practiced within a building setting in order to try to get somebody's freedom held up and to try to sacrifice their freedom while also attempting to sacrifice other people with ritualistic abuse with the Hierophant reverse. But these individuals are abusers. If some of you are a public figure, you keep exposing that publicly. I'm getting there may be people backing you up with that too. Some of you out there, you may not even know, you may not even be aware of it, but you may have a Supreme Court ruling of a judge here. A Supreme Court judge in the background that may be kind of evaluating the situation and what's occurring within this institutional setting. And they may be very grateful for who you are. Because this is infringement upon your rights. Some people out there don't know about their rights, but they don't know about the U.S. Constitution or their rights or certain amendments or certain things that should not be done. Because when individuals are doing this while on duty or while they're supposed to be at a place of employment to protect people and serve people, this is not of the government at all. Hierophant reverse, this is the opposite of the government. So if this is an authority figure that's engaged in these practices, This right here is being seen to be doing the exact opposite of what the government is supposed to be doing. Government's supposed to protect you and serve you. Public, what you think a public servant is. And I will let it be known once again, where you think all those taxes that you pay goes to? You're a U.S. taxpayer, huh? If you're located in the United States of America, you have a lot of authority and say so over what these individuals be doing, bro. Whether you believe it or not. Because they work for you. They work for the U.S. citizens of the community and the U.S. citizens of this country. But these are the type of individuals that need to be told about themselves, not the ones that do their job the right way, because they do have some of them out there that do that. That will not lie on you and will not fabricate things against you or commit color law violations. And it will also be an institution that will be glad to help you out when it comes to that, in order to help you counter what these individuals are doing to you. Hell, some of you out there may have another institution that may have some knowledge on that, and they may not agree to what they're doing either. Because this is not policy right here, bro. All I gotta say is keep exposing it with this Page of Pentacles. Keep exposing, keep standing in your power. Keep proving to the fact that you are being disapproved of a public setting due to what these individuals keep on trying to force it out on you that you're not. And keep exposing who they are and how they're doing that to you. Keep exposing it. Take your fucking power back and stand in your power and keep exposing it. Because I ain't about to sit there and sacrifice you or have you offered up to any type of false god, deity, or whatever the hell they believe in. They're the fakest people around to start with. These individuals are so delusional, bro. You keep on exposing how these individuals are trying to relentlessly sit there and to try to try to sacrifice you as a public figure. Keep exposing it. Keep exposing it. That's what I would do. The Judgment and the Ace of Swords is all about evaluation. Sound like to me these individuals may be on the evaluation by a judge. Evaluating what these individuals are doing on their job. There's a new discovery here too. I don't know if this is a local judge that may be evaluating what these individuals are doing to you. I'm not really getting the judges participating in that. I'm not really getting that at all. If this is a local judge, I'm not really getting that. These individuals need to be held accountable by a local judge. Maybe some of you are being guided to announce this to not bother the judge, but if they come across something that you may be exposing, in order to have this exposed to these individuals, as I said, that they cannot be doing this while they're on duty in order to attack you this way. It's going to have to be up to a judge to put these individuals in their place, bro, because a judge, they have to keep in mind, you have to keep in mind that they are lawyers before they become a judge, like the majority of them. So they have experience with knowing what the laws are and what the laws are not. Even though a judge is there to judge a situation, between the defendants and the plaintiffs, at the end of the day, the judge is there to judge by the law. And this right here with the hierophant reverse, these individuals doing this while on duty, this judge is going to be able to know that this is wrong. This is wrong. This is not the right job. Any activity that is pertaining to attempting to sacrifice you of your freedom by scamming and committing fraud and doing things in order to harm your reputation and to harm you around a public setting, we're getting people or to force who these individuals are upon you in order to try to get you in trouble while committing these practices while on duty. This right here should be called out from a judge with a judgment card. Because it's hard to tell with this situation, but if these individuals so much are trying to do this, they're being seen to be trying to overpower a judge's position. Because a judge is in there to uphold the law. They're in there to uphold the law. If there's a crime being committed, no matter if a person is being accused of being guilty or not, they're there to judge a situation, to have an accurate evaluation on both sides between the defendant and the plaintiff. They have to judge things on both ends of the spectrum. But at the end of the day, the judge is there to make sure that the law is upheld the right way. And with these activities being committed while on duty, bro, this should be called out in a court of law, in a courtroom. These individuals should be placed under judgment along with this individual that's being used in order to try to harm you that way. I would just bring it to a judge's awareness as to say, look, Your Honor, this is what's being done. And you show them what is prohibited while on duty. Show them the information. There may be a judge somewhere that may have to put their glasses on. And if they agree to see your evidence, then therefore you can show it to them. Hell, some of you out there, you may be they may even call you up there to show them that. Usually it would be the bailiff or somebody else to bring the evidence up, but they may personally call you up there as to say, come up there and show them what you're talking about. And you say, look, Your Honor, look, it says it all right there. This is what they're doing at this time. This is what's called on camera. But just keep it short and simple as I say, look, this is what this is, Your Honor. And just be silent. Be silent. I would not talk and go overboard. I would just show them, as I say, this is what this is, Your Honor. This is the information right here. And just let them review that. And just stay silent until he or she asks you another question. Then you begin to show them more. If they ask you to show them more, then you show them more. And be silent. Give the judge a time to review that without interruptions. You want no distractions. Let them read that. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, and I'm getting that they may end up calling individuals in there as I say, you know what, get these whoever these individuals are in there with the hierophant reverse. Somebody that may not be an official could end up going to jail. This judge can end up putting somebody in jail that has been doing this to you. And these officials will gladly be They will gladly be told about themselves. They don't care what ranking they are, because at the end of the day, brother, a judge has a lot of power. These activities with this hierophant reverse cannot be dragged out and used within position of authority. It cannot be dragged out that way. It cannot be executed. It cannot be exercised within this institutional setting with the Hierophant reverse. Witchcraft cannot be being done, or any type of activity pertaining to cult practices to harm people. You may be surprised, but a judge may end up ordering everybody that was involved with this, any official that was involved with this, to enter that courtroom now. They need to get their backside in there now. This may end up getting exposed in the court of law, bro, with the judgment card, to where there may not be outsiders that may have knowledge on that. I mean, other people that may be waiting on their case to be called that may know about it. But I'm getting that this may need to be addressed in a courtroom. What these individuals keep on doing to you and all to try to have you sacrifice or try to threaten your freedom like that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, bro, it's in a law book. It's in a law book under the state law. If this is on a local level, it's under the state law enforcement. This don't resonate with state law enforcement, bro. And that judge knows about it. The judge knows the law. They know the law. And when things are being done that's the opposite of the law, then that right there is going to be able to prove that this ain't the right job that they're doing. And they need to be told about themselves. I don't know, brother. Judge can't up caught like after you show them a bit of information. Or hell, they may already have information with the Page of Pentacles energy. But just like I said before, if the judge calls you up there, you may be surprised. They may call you up there in person without the bailiff bringing the information up there to them. They can't tell you nothing. If the judge wants you to go up there, they can't say nothing to you then. Oh, you can't go up there. The judge called you up there. I'm kind of getting something about chambers energy here too. The judge may want to hear from you at chambers. Bro, whoever this individual is a powerful person. I'm getting like, judge may want to hear from somebody in chambers. That means that's a private meeting for discussion with the judge or somebody else. Is that what that is, by any chance? I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm not supposed to say anymore, y'all. This is a sign right here, but it's a good sign. I'm not supposed to say anymore. This is a good sign, though, with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not supposed to say anymore. So that's going to be the end of the read. It's special when it comes to what I just channeled a few seconds ago. And I clarify that by the Wheel of Fortune. Is this what this is? Wheel of Fortune upright? Say no more. I'm not supposed to talk anymore. This give me the vibes of like silent energy, but things moving the way they're supposed to go. But with no further information. So let's go ahead and get a final closing message. So what's the final closing message? Page of Swords. Look, the Magician's showing itself again. Look, it's showing itself, bro. It's the same pattern. Look at that. Someone's going to get caught. This is also the cards of confession too. Someone may be confessing to something. You do have somebody that cares about you with the lady card here. Lady. You got two ladies here. Another lady over here. Yep. This is exposed. This is exposed. But you are not victimizing anybody with the Three of Swords reverse. And someone may want to be there for you in order to nurture you. Because this is really starting to bother them. So there could end up being people that end up confessing to what was going on, what was being done. Because everything is closing in on them. There's too much exposure to the situation. That it's obvious you ain't the one behind none of that. You got plenty of evidence to prove that you ain't sending no messages or doing anything shady over social media. What's the problem? There's too much exposure with the sun. There's too much exposure. And you being seen as a powerful person that cannot be sacrificed or harmed this way. And you do have people around you that is protecting you, that may want to nurture you through this situation to make sure that you're okay. With the lady card right here and another lady over here and another lady right here. They ain't too happy about that. They're scared. With the Nine of Swords energy, they're scared because of this fake pages. They're embarrassed. I'm telling you, they're... Yep. So, somebody's proud of you, too, with the Nine of Cups and the Sun card. Somebody's proud of you. They know... I'm telling you why. Because they know they can't manipulate the narrative. You ain't the one behind these pages, bro. You ain't the one behind sending all these messages. Look, the fish right there. Catfishing. That's like why these individuals are trying to catfish. It's like you don't catfish them out their whole damn dishonest doings and actions while catching them up with their own karma with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. It's like, damn, bro. You definitely got these individuals in their head with the Nine of Swords energy. I don't know, bro. Several of these individuals could just be coming clean as to say, you know what? They screwed up for that. They ain't got no choice what it looks like. This is all catching up to them. All these things that was created over social media, because it's obvious that you have several of documentation or evidence to prove at the times that these messages were sent, that you got proof that you're not behind the device. And there's also somebody else that may have that proof too. With the Page of Swords. So while you're in a different location, while somebody may be sending something, somebody has been accumulating evidence to prove that you're not behind sending messages. You're not the one harming anybody. And they also got proof of something to do with AI and something like that too. Things being used, like things being manipulated when it comes to your voice. If some of you stand out there, you could be saying certain things like on a platform, but yet these individuals may be sitting there trying to manipulate your voice in a way with screen record, something to do with screen recording, and trying to fabricate and do certain things in order to try to make it seem as if this is really you talking to somebody, but it's not. Somebody's been watching that too. They've been watching that too. Like I said before, bro, just a bit of fabrication, just a little bit of fabrication can have all of the situation discredited to the extreme. Because fabrication is dishonesty. It means tampering with evidence. Therefore, can affect a ruling in a courtroom. Because that's tampering with evidence, so therefore it's going to be better to prove witness tampering. Wouldn't that be bribes of jurors and witnesses of U.S. 18 Code 201? Bribes of jurors and witnesses? Because that's exactly the violation. What you think tampering, witness tampering means, huh? They don't want to mess with somebody to know their rights, but knows what's going on in their surroundings. What you think witness tampering means? That means everything that was fabricated throughout these so-called messages that they're trying to accuse you of coming from you, which would be a false allegation that could be discredited to the extreme by a cross-examination. You have to know how to cross-examine these individuals. To not intimidate the witnesses, but to use certain cross-examining techniques in order to catch them slipping with their stories, to get them to reveal and expose certain things that don't resonate with your character by countering that with your evidence. As I say, okay, so you're trying to say that this was sent at this time. How come the camera evidence right here shows otherwise? You don't have a device in your hand. So who's behind these messages then? That's when you object that. Therefore, whenever you prove that, and you prove that this was fabricated, that right there is going to be better to verify and validate witness tampering. That's going to be under the U.S. 18 Code 201. Bribes of jurors and witnesses. Because it's a form of bribery. It means taking favors, doing favors for each other. That's bribery. Therefore, it can affect a judgment upon you. You don't have a fair judgment upon you. So therefore, they're being seen to be obstructing a trial with fabrication. So by any means, how is that a fair situation for you? Especially when this pattern and practice was being practiced relentlessly. They got to keep in mind how many times this was being done. That's the thing. How many times was this being done? How many years was this being done? Don't you know that this is in violation of Title 42 U.S.C. Section 14141? Pattern and practice? Because it's misconduct. Do these individuals not realize that they're obstructing a different jurisdictional law of the U.S. Supreme Court rulings that can have things like this overturned because of being seen as the violation of the U.S. 18 Code 201? Along with all this fabrication that was being done in order to tamper with things, to commit witness tampering, therefore to obstruct your federal protected rights. What the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You people have no skill whatsoever, bro, in order to even mess with somebody like this. Just go away, bro. You wasting your time. You are wasting your time. You're not going to force a false narrative upon this person. You will not sacrifice this person. You will not be putting them in prison or having them sentenced to jail in any way, shape, form, or fashion. They're innocent. This right here is credible enough and strong enough for a dismissal, with no reopening of this situation at all, because of how much fabrication and tampering that has been done. Deliberately trying to hold this individual up with something that they're not even doing, obstructing this individual's right to their freedom. Obstruction and assault upon Title 18 USC Section 242. Deprivating their rights by color law violation. Fabrication. Therefore, it's going to be better to prove that you're failing to keep this individual protected from harm. Because you're being seen to be engaging in activities that's meant to harm them, that's not within the rules and regulations within this institution. Within certain laws that's supposed to be enforced because it's not of the law. Committing a scamming practice is not the law. Lying under oath is not the law. It's abuse of power. Anytime these individuals make a fake account and use somebody's profile picture, you are indeed victimizing them. Why do you feel the need to do that to this person? Huh? Are you really committing, or are you really sitting there serving and protecting this person? Answer that. Are you really sitting there serving and protecting them? The minute you sit there and create a fake profile picture of this individual or a fake profile, and you get on a catfishing account, and if some of you out there was abusing these individuals, you was abusing youngins through messages while communicating back and forth with some people, what gives you the right to engage in that activity, bro? Is that the law? Are you enforcing law while doing that? You're committing color law violations. That's not in alignment with state law enforcement to start with. And yes, federal law enforcement could come down heavily upon you because of you being seen to not be protecting this person. Especially when you got multiple individuals within the institutional setting that thinks that carrying these type of activities out to the public setting to violate this individual's rights is okay. That would be connected to public corruption, misuse of power, and violations of the public's trust. And I'm going to tell you what that's tied into, some RICO activity. Yeah. That's some white collar violations right there, buddy. Is that what's supposed to be enforced in order to protect and serve a U.S. citizen of that community? If this person is located in the United States of America, is this what's supposed to be carried out within a law enforcement institution, which is known as a government building that's paid off by the taxpayers? That's a taxpayer that you're doing that to. Could be a possibility that's a taxpayer that you're doing that to. Are you really working for them and serving them? As a public servant, are you really serving and protecting them as an official while committing color law violations? And therefore, you got the nerve to try to present this fabricated bullshit before a prosecutor and a judge in a court of law, right? The thing of it is, what you have been engaging in while on duty is not of the law. It's violating the color of law. That's not the job. That's not the oath that you took up, that you were sworn into to do. You were sworn in to uphold the individual's U.S. Constitution. You were sworn in there in order to protect their amendments and to protect and uphold their civil rights, not to sit there and obstruct justice or violate color law through fabricating things about them. That's not your job, because you're being seen to be lying on the oath while doing that, while being seen to be tampering with the individual's judgment with all this fabrication because you think that you have some type of authority. No, you do not. You have lost all your credibility, and quite frankly, you have enough deception surrounding you with this situation to drop all of your qualified immunity, to have that completely stripped from you because of what you're doing within this institutional setting. So are you really about that life, to stand up and to try to protect what you keep on trying to do to this individual? You have no protection, buddy. You are doing a fantastic job at stripping your own qualified immunity from you in order to have you thrown out of here for doing that type of nonsense. And I'm going to tell you right now, the higher-ups ain't going to help you. Federal law ain't going to help you. Because anytime that they're being seen to be ignoring a situation or ignoring a problem or providing you with any help, therefore it's going to better to prove that these individuals are also violating and obstructing this individual's federal protected rights. That ain't going to happen with this situation. I'm not saying they are doing that, but I'm just saying. It goes for any government official. Anybody that works for any type of law, whether it's state or federal. It don't matter. You're not there to abuse a person just because of who they are. Because they may be different than society. They may be a spiritual person. They may be a psychic, a medium. That gives you no right to abuse that person. That gives you no right to sit there and obstruct their justice. Because what they're doing is clearly protected under the U.S. Constitution of the First Amendment. Right to freedom of religion and belief. They have the right to practice what they're doing. And anybody that tries to impede on their right to their belief, with trying to oppress them in this type of way or intimidate them, would be in violation of Title 18 U.S.C. Section 241, conspiracy against rights. And that's all going to tie into the rest of the titles and sections of what I just called out, with the Title 42, Section 141, 41, along with the Title 18, Section 242. Deprivation of rights. Since you want to try to continuously run that cycle in reverse, repetitively over and over and over and over and over, God put people like me on this earth in order to sit there and to go in reverse right along with you to keep on calling this out so you could get the message to back the fuck off of us and leave us alone. It's on the titles and sections that prohibit this type of activity to start with that's supposed to protect us. You will not get away with scamming and scheming. You will not get away with hurting a youngin' either over these fake pages. No, you will not. You committed predatory activity, you deserve to have the Attorney General calling you out, along with the Director of the FBI calling you out too, over national television and exposing who you really are. You understand me? Along with their agents helping them get rid of this problem. Thank you. I recently shared something on my community post when I seen that. I pop up on recommended videos. And just hearing the Attorney General just call these individuals out with that intense voice and looking straight at the camera and being serious like that. That right there is being spoken with conviction. As I say, you will not keep on doing this. You will not continue to get away with that. And the best part about that message was they called officials out over national television. They don't give a damn who they are. I pray that those two will be making their way down south of Louisiana to correct this issue, what's been done to me, where I'm at. Because I will not sit there and tolerate this type of activity or this type of behavior being done to me. I will not tolerate it at all, one bit. Because these individuals that have been engaged in a certain practice when it comes to trying to harm me and my freedom and harm my reputation and relentlessly threaten me in a public setting, with trying to threaten my freedom the way that it's been threatened, needs to be held accountable. And I'm going to tell you about who, Operation Restore Justice. To get these scumbags outside this institution, to pull them out of there. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play. I could care less who is not on my side. I know titles and sections and have way more than enough knowledge and power within who I am in order for protection to be provided to me. Not just through my tarot cards, but through physical obtained evidence that could protect me from the false information. Because once again, to the new subscribers or the new people that may be watching this video, I've also been somebody that has been subjected to this type of activity for a while. "2026 will be the last year of these activities that's being ran. This will be the last year. My character reputation will be cleared up. I don't give a damn what kind of things that you think that you're going to believe in, or you're going to keep on trying to force an illusion upon me. The illusion will end this year. You understand that? I will become more intimidating, more intimidating, more intimidating, and more intimidating with the situation. You don't want to back off? I will not back off. You don't want to drop this bullshit charge and restraining order off of me? I will continuously be intimidating and be more intimidating and more extreme and more assertive with pursuing my justice. I will not have any of that used as a weaponization in order to assault my civil rights, my U.S. federal protected rights, or my U.S. federal protected justice. Because you're being seen to be assaulting me on a federal justice level. Because there's two types of justices. There's state justice and there's federal justice. You're being seen to be assaulting both of them upon my person. I don't give a damn who is in this gaslighting energy, because that right there is not going to overpower the evidence that I've have collected on this situation to prove my innocence. Simple as that. And there's several locals that are not coming forward with revealing the fact that, hey, he's innocent. He's not behind none of that. But they know with themselves that, hey, he's not the one that's behind all of that. I will not take accountability for somebody else's wrongdoings. You're not going to be sitting there criticizing me or have me viewed upon as a defendant when there's no crime being committed upon my behalf. My fucking rights are being assaulted on a federal level and a civil rights level in order to try to sit there and to try to create this illusion of a defendant. I'm not a defendant. I'm a warrior, but also a victim of malicious prosecution. Give me one last final closing message for the reading. Four of Swords. Ten of Wands at the bottom, reverse. So the final closing message is, it looked like to me somebody's prayers will be answered. Somebody will have a peace of mind. This looks like a church right here. Give me the vibes like a church window. This is all about the sword of battling. That's the sword of battle. If some of you is battling a situation, you will be able to put that put the sword down in order to rest. This give me the vibes of the end of a very, very intense battle. It's all about putting the sword down and resting. Yep, that's all about putting the sword down and resting. And that right there is giving me the vibes of like a church. That looks like a church window. And there's the praying hands right there too. You see how it looks like praying hands? And there's the church symbolism. Okay, so some of you out there, God's been protecting you for a long time. He's been protecting your windows too. Some about your windows. He's also protecting you from being sucked into these individuals' delusions and illusions with a portal that they have opened too. That's what it looks like. This is all going to backfire on these individuals that catch them up. Some of you may not realize that the individuals that was engaging with these type of practices are in some type of portal. And you are out of there. You are out of that portal spiritually. God has that shut off. The Most High has that shut off. See this right here? He has that shut off. They're in a whole nother timeline compared to you. I'm also hearing heavy federal protection from this energy here too, with the Four of Swords energy. I don't know where I'm getting that energy from because there's no symbolism on this card to represent Fed energy. But I'm getting it very heavily from this energy here with the Four of Swords. You know why I'm getting their energy is because they may have to intervene in your life with this being done to you as a form of God's presence physically. Not meaning that they are him, but they're going to have to, his energy is going to have to be used through them in order for his presence to intervene through them for your protection. They may not be God, but God's going to have to use these individuals' vessels as a divine intervention type situation to make sure that you're freed from this abuse and other people that has been harmed are also free. This is on a spiritual level. This is something that they have no control over. One of God's angels is not going to be subjected to being harmed by a secret society, bro. I got news for you. These individuals have been committing Luciferian activities upon this individual, and it ends this year. You got to speak with some authority, bro. You got to show the divine that, hey, get the protection. Manifest this protection. We need the protection physically. I'm getting a very strong message from the Four of Swords energy that the Most High is going to rearrange something and make sure somebody is protected physically from these activities to where this is removed out of their pathway to where they can have a peace of mind. This corrupt building will not have this individual hurt anymore. I'm getting a strong message from the imagery in this card here, even though it don't have no Fed energy on it. I'm getting that he's going to create divine intervention, and it's going to cause a supernatural shift to where they may not even feel like they're in control of. It's like a weird divine intervention energy as to make sure that these cowards are removed out of this individual's pathway to where they can be stopped. Because other people are being harmed too. Look, it's showing itself again. Why am I getting that God may be creating a divine intervention gateway to open a gateway of an ascension that manifests or takes place unexpectedly to where officials rush in order for them to protect this person to where this could be removed not only physically but spiritually. Because by their presence intervening, they're going to be able to close a portal down by shutting this shit down. This is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. Why am I getting that God could be opening up some type of gateway for his angels to come through physically to take over these individuals in higher position of power to make sure that they get the job done to protect this person? The Eight of Wands reverse. Because of this institution don't want to stop bothering them. That's why. Because these are Luciferian people. With the crosses reversed, that's why. And they're not doing their job the right way either. These individuals that keep attacking this person, that's why he's trying to orchestrate higher up people in order to intervene, in order to get rid of this problem, because these individuals are not doing their job the right way with the crosses reversed. Strength reversed, this is a cult. This is a cult that is doing this, and they're abusing these individuals and keep lying on them. Seven of Swords, the Page of Swords reverse, the Hermit reverse, the Five of Swords reverse, Nine of Pentacles. Look, Ten of Pentacles reverse. Because this is a corrupt enterprise being ran in order to try to sacrifice somebody. That's why. And this person's not being sacrificed. He's got news for these individuals. The Lovers and the Devil. The Devil and the Hierophant again. Because these individuals think that they're gods, but like they think they could do things how they want to do it and run these type of activities like this. And this is against federal law jurisdiction with a bunch of fraud. He's being guided to send in a few federal agents in order to dismantle and disrupt a crooked, fraudulent institution from committing these activities. Because the main focus and goal is to sacrifice one of God's people. This ain't gonna happen, bro. You ain't sacrificing him or sacrificing them. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. This is also related to these individuals being harmed too. Mutilization or something, however you say that word. He's sending in the higher up law because of this right here. Could be sending in federal law protection due to a satanic cult being discovered here. satanic cult. Yep, this is definitely a group of Luciferians and Satanists. But this is not just based off of religion and belief. This is physical violations of abuse. X-rated abuse that is taking place. Grape happening. The R word. Forcible shit happening to these people. With that people that's right here. This is what's taking place. And the feds gonna have to come in and stop them, bro. With the 5 of Swords reverse. Okay, so this is why the Most High is orchestrating a situation to take place with bringing the higher ups in, whenever that may be. Because this individual is not going to be these individuals' sacrifice, bro. No, they're not. These individuals could have chose to do this to anybody else. You're not doing this to this person. You're not doing this to this enlightened person or spiritual person. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not offering up to no Baphomet or some false god, bro. No, you're not. Especially when it involves a child. Nah, you're sick, bro. You will be stopped. You will be fucking stopped. You will be ripped out of this institution, watch. I promise you that. I don't know when, but you will be ripped out of it.